morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a little bit of a look at the new Pokémon TCG set. We have actual news that the new set is called Chilling Reign. Now this is of course Sword and Shield 6. It is our next set. Depending how you look at it, Battle Stars is technically not out until next Friday, but the Build and Battle boxes are out there. Had there been pre-releases, then we would have had them. So, I don't know. It's out. It's not out. That's Sword and Shield 5. The next one coming after Sword and Shield 5 is Sword and Shield 6, and we know that it is Chilling Reign. Now, in terms of what we know, there are basically two things that we know. We know the name, Chilling Reign. We've got the logo. The logo makes perfect sense. We'll get there in a moment. And we know the release date. And the release date has been confirmed for the 18th of June. And I say confirmed because we kind of knew it was the 18th of June. I have mentioned in a bunch of videos this release date of June the 18th. It was long rumoured, but it wasn't official. Now, we haven't actually had the official announcement yet. What we have had is some information which has gone out and isn't embargoed, which has the official release date and the official logo on. So, yeah, we can say that it is June the 18th. Now, the release date alone here is, of course, a little bit strange, because we don't have June sets. We have sets in February, May, August, and November. Every single year. But remember that Battle Styles is releasing in March, and Battle Styles should have been our quote-unquote February set. So essentially, as I've mentioned in a couple of videos, at the moment, we are a month behind. Now, the rumour is, and again, we don't have official confirmation of this yet, but the rumour is that essentially, we are going to be getting Sword and Shield 7 in August. August the 27th is the date we have at the moment. So, essentially, we are going to have this set for 2 months. And this is one of the weird things about Chilling Reign, right? This set is going to be the new set for 2 months and 9 days, rather than the generally about 3 months we usually get. It is going to be a short set. Although one of my favourite pieces of trivia in the entire Pokémon TCG is quite how short Skyridge was as a set. Because Skyridge was the final set made by Wizards of the Coast before they lost the license. Essentially, Pokemon took it back. I hear a lot of people saying that at this time, the game was about to die. And I'm like, well, hang on a second. If the game was about to die, why did Wizards want the license to keep making the game and Pokemon took it back? Surely if the game was about to die, there wouldn't have been two successful companies fighting over the license. But I digress. So, Skyridge came out officially in English on May the 12th, 2003. And then the following set, EX Ruby and Sapphire, actually launched on June the 18th, 2003, 1 month and 6 days later. And this was pretty much directly an attempt by the Pokemon Company, who had just got the license back, to basically, and this is the rumor and it makes perfect sense, to basically bury the last Wizards of the Coast set and push their new set, the EX Ruby and Sapphire. I kind of want that to be true because that amuses me greatly. But I digress. So the point is, Chilling Reign is going to be out for a much shorter period of time as the new set, but it needs to be, and the reason is very simple, we need a November set. We cannot have a December set. Two biggest months for buying toys, etc. in the entire year are November and December. If you launch a TCG expansion in December, you miss the whole November shopping. There is absolutely no way whatsoever Pokemon are ever going to do this. So, absolutely, we are going to have a November set. So, either we have to have a set in August, not September, or November, not December. So Sword and Shield 7 gets pushed to August, and we end up with a short period. But that basically means that Pokemon are just bridging the gap, so to speak. Now, for what it's worth, it has been said clearly, due to the current situation surrounding the suspension of Pokemon events, being approved for a Sword and Shield Chilling Reign pre-release will not require you to sanction and report a pre-release event, i.e. it is going to be like it has been for the last couple of sets, which is to say you can go and buy build and battle boxes from your local game store. These generally are not sold online. You have to get them from your local game store, but you do not have to actually run a pre-release. So I'm probably going to be going to the lovely folks at Mad for Miniatures and picking up 1 or 2 of these, depending on how much money I have at the time. Yay! So what do we know about the set? Well, we actually know a fair bit. To go to Chilling Reign, this is really simple. This is going to be an amalgamation of the 2 Sword and Shield 6 sets over in Japan. Remember, in Japan, it is a double set, and it is Jet Black Poltergeist and Ice Lance, which, as you can see from the booster packs I've popped up on the screen, means that they are going to feature Shadow Rider Calyrex and Ice Rider Calyrex. As it stands at the moment, and we don't have complete information, we have had confirmation we are getting Ice Rider Calyrex V and V Max, and Shadow Rider Calyrex V and V Max. We have not had any confirmation of Calyrex, Spectria, or Glastria. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not going to get those cards, although I do think it's quite likely we won't. It is to say that we are not expecting them at the moment. We've had no confirmation. Basically, we are getting the mounted versions, so don't expect the unmounted versions, I think is probably a fairly clear way to put it. Yes, there have been rumours that we would get Glastria and Spectria and Calyrex, and there would be some mechanic to combine them. I have put that forward at times, but this particular set does not look like it's got that. If anybody's telling you this is a set where we get Calyrex and Spectria and Glastria, that is not the information that we have. The information that we have is Ice Rider and Shadow Rider Calyrex V and V Max. And incidentally, there are other promos which are going to be coming in another set. We don't exactly know how we're going to get them, but there are extra Ice Rider Calyrex V and Shadow Rider Calyrex V coming in this cool little set that's on the screen at the moment. That is confirmed. We do not have confirmation of Spectria, Glastria, or Calyrex on their own. I cannot stress that enough. I've already seen a bunch of people saying that we're going to be getting them in this set, and frankly, they've not been following the news out of Japan. And I'm sorry if that sounds a little bit mean. Now, we know that these sets are going to be coming over because this is the way it works. Our Sword and Shield 6 set, Chilling Reign, is going to be an amalgamation of Sword and Shield 6 in Japan, which is Ice Lance and Jet Black Poltergeist, and also Sword and Shield 5A, Matchless Fighters. Before we get too deep into that, if we do take one more look at the Chilling Reign logo here, of course, Reign seems like a very obvious reference to the Reigns of Unity, which Calyrex needs to ride either Spectria or Glastria. And again, the fact that it specifically refers to Reigns in the name is even more proof that we are talking about the mounted, not the unmounted versions. Obviously, Chilling does refer to Glastria here, or Ice Rider Calyrex. And if you take a look at the logo, it's clearly kind of a mixture of ice and spooky clouds, which is the 2 different versions of Calyrex, the Ice Rider and the Shadow Rider. So, yeah, just in case you needed any more confirmation that that's what we were getting. Now, the good news is we do actually have a bunch of information about Matchless Fighters. That is a set which is currently leaking at the moment. I have brought you videos about all of the cards that have currently been revealed. I don't intend to go through them in a huge amount of detail here because frankly we don't have time, but we have seen that Blaziken V and V Max are coming in the set. I will link videos to all of these in the description, I should say. We are getting a Galarian Slowking V and V Max, and we are getting Galarian Zapdos, Galarian Moltres, and Galarian Articuno V. For what it's worth, all 3 of them look absolutely amazing. Galarian Zapdos can do 170 damage while discarding special energy for a single fighting, as long as your opponent has 3 Pokemon V in play. Galarian Articuno lets you discard 2 cards from your hand and draw a card, which is a draw engine, which is phenomenal. And Galarian Moltres lets you once during your turn attach a darkness energy from the discard to it. Although you cannot stack that, it is 1 Moltres per turn, regardless of how many you've got out. All of the Galarian birds look absolutely amazing, and they are ones I think we should be getting pretty excited about. I also have to remind you that we are getting Echo Horn, and Echo Horn is, with a different name, a reprint of Target Whistle, which of course is that one that lets you put a Pokemon from your opponent's discard pile onto their bench, and when combined with stuff like Boss's Orders is going to really help some decks. So yeah, I've done videos about all of the cards that have been revealed for this set. I'll link them in the description. But it really is the Galarian Birds and Echo Horn that are of the cards we've seen so far. And there are a whole bunch of unreleased cards we haven't seen yet. But of the cards we've seen so far, they do very much seem to be the highlights. They are the ones I think you should be getting redonkulously excited about. Oh, there is also an Inteleon who's got the same ability as Decidueye GX. So you never know, that one could end up being kind of fun in the future as well. So that's what we know, ladies and gentlemen. We know the logo, we know the name, we know some of the cards that are coming along in it, we know the general theme of the set. Even though we've only got a logo and a release date, because we can look at what's been happening in Japan and their announcements, we actually know quite a bit. And remember, if anybody tells you that Calyrex, Glastria or Spectria are coming in this set, tell them Wassy says there's no reason to suggest that's true. There we go. Don't tell them they're not coming, because again, we don't know they're not coming, but we have enough information to strongly suggest that they're not. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we know, that's what we can deduce, and now it's over to you guys. I want to know what you think about this news. I want to know what cards you want in the set. I want to know what you're looking forward to. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, me nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.